Alright, welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic List Non-Classic. This is number 3270 and Doubleshot 3164. Got two image traits. First up, it's King's Spawn, Volume 5, written by Tom McFarlane, who does the script and plot. Javier Fernandez does 25-30. Yeah, that's basically issue 25-30. 27 basically is co-done with Kevin Kline. So, in these issues, we have King Spawn here talking to Clown. Yep. Who's also the Violator. And the way this book is written, it seems like this is like a future version of Al Simmons. It's like Al Simmons getting his own spin-off book, where this is basically Al Simmons from the future. That's what King Spawn is. He's basically Al Simmons from the future. And basically ends up beating up Clown, and then he just gets back up, and well, then we have the next issue where we have King Spawn just wandering around, and he basically souped out like he'd never was SWAT, with his own symbol on the jacket, which is interesting. If stuff for news, Al basically deals with whatever the stuff is. And it seems more like more stuff here. You have basically King Spawn just falling through time, in a way. We have brief kind of with a version of the Violator. Yes. Actually, Mugga, I think it's it. Yeah, it's basically Violator. There's stuff with Al, like lots of stuff here. It's like, yeah, this is basically just Al going through time. These issues. And that issue ended with him being admitted he's a monster. 27. Surprisingly, this one does not have like the little power meter. Does not have it. This happened with the main Spawn book and Gunslinger Spawn, but now with King Spawn. Nope. We have stuff with Hell here. We also have a monster pop up in issue 28. Then 29 basically is just Al just going through whatever. It just basically the future Al Simmons going through a bunch of stuff. That's kind of what goes on here. Give the book roughly 8 out of 10. Next up, basically, we have is Savage Dragon Changes. This book collects issues 98 to 198 to 204. Yep. And oh boy, these issues are weird. Yes. These are the subject is called Changes. This is the really bizarre issues. So, written, drawn, and color. Well, written and drawn by Eric Larson, of course. We have Maxine outside of Malcolm's apartment. The building manager lets him in, lets her in, and of course he's battling some demons. He's there with Angel, of course, his sister, well, his adoptive sister mostly, and of course Maxine is witnessing all this. And we see various public domain heroes here that Eric Larson bought. Yes, we see this guy here, these people here, and there's Daredevil. Yeah, people he bought in auction. It's like he bought them just for the storyline. Though for some reason, Daredevil popped up a Dynamite along with the guy with the black suit with the skull on it. And I have to deal with these monsters. Then, of course, basically Maxine, who's here with one of the supporting characters, of course, asks you, one of the girl, I don't remember her name, where she has Maxine asks they something. Nope, we're moving together, so I'm not ruling that out. And, of course, Maxine just goes into his apartment, and apparently she decided to move in, playing condoms, and, then, of course, she gets undressed, and she's like, and then he basically proceeds to have sex with her in the shower. Yep. And then we have where basically you have someone do some basket work here. And the guy's doing something Yeah. He gets homework and yeah, basically Dart. And of course, you have Malcolm and Maxine continue having sex when, then, of course, Angel shows up. It was here, and of course, basically, then, for some weird reason, and apparently it was actually her idea to axe out Maxine. And then apparently it looks like, and then we have Savage Dragon himself, the original main character of the book. He basically was breaking a fish circle. So, yeah, what's going to happen here? Maxine, Malcolm, and Angel have a three-way. Yep, they have a three-way. And then Malcolm compliments her on her chest, which she's like, oh, thank you. And that's the reason why your dad fell with my mom. Yep. And then, of course, Jennifer gets punched, of course. Then, like, oh, she gets a call from her other group. And then, apparently, oh, yeah, because, well, Saboteur was broken out of a bar, broken out of jail by the Fish Circle. Then he, of course, runs into, like, and, of course, basically is happy to see him again. And almost seems like the Malcolm is telling her to be quiet about what happened between the three, between him, Angel, and Maxine. And nothing. Maxine moved to Malcolm. I thought they broke up. We did it because the parents didn't disapprove of me. They wanted her to marry a nice Chinese boy, not date some green-skinned superhero who was still in high school. So what happened? Did parents come around? Not even a little. Maxine lost her in the riot act, and she split. Now she's with Malcolm. Hope he gets playing safe. Yep. And then of course, Rich Circle shows up. They have a massive brawl. One guy thinks he's the Punisher with this with this shirt. Yes. It's like, yeah. Then of course he gets basically brought back to jail. And then Dart proceeds to break out of jail by killing one of the guards. Yeah, she breaks out of jail somehow. Then she kills a janitor. And then we have Angel with Daredevil. Oh yeah, and then it's revealed that Frank Jr. and Tara, despite the fact in previous issues they got married because he got her pregnant, they're getting divorced, all because he decided to go to police academy. I'm like, what? Yeah, same writer writing this stuff. Yep. And of course, basically, then it's found out that Maxine made a porn tape. Well, basically a sex tape, mind you. Yes. Of the three-way. And it seems basically about to do another round. And we have stuff basically where she is president of some scientists, and then she reunites with, yeah. He's like, Malcolm, wait up. Oh crap. Grabs my phone. And of course, Doria. Yeah, because he has basically some bad guys. And then apparently we cut to where apparently it looks like that Angel and Daredevil had sex, and despite the fact she had a thing for him this whole time, it's like, yeah, it was nice, but yeah, I'm like, what is her deal? Yep, and then of course then Malcolm ends up finding Dart. And then she ends up turning into a part shark because some of the blood of the guy she killed in the previous issue, who also killed her aunt Jill, who killed her aunt, the previous Dart, got into her and she's partially mutated because of this. Yep. And then, of course, basically Malcolm gets after he finishes, he basically climbs back to his apartment. Seems like, okay, bye, Bashar. And then his ex-girlfriend is in there, Tara. Yep. And then we have it where Allison basically just forms their own gang of people, and Malcolm basically wonders what the heck is going on. Why is Tara there? Oh, because there's no place to stay. So then apparently someone thought we got to show her the sex tape, and then of course basically where Maxine ends up kissing her, and they basically do a lesbian thing, and then Malcolm just joins them. And then Angel arrives home to this, and then they have a four-way. Yep, a four-way. Where it's later revealed that Angel and Tara get pregnant by Malcolm. Yep, they both get pregnant. Yep. And of course, they call it the fact that, well, he slept with, well, the fact that Tara slept with her boyfriend, Frank Jr. And then, of course, Angel and Malcolm go out, and then Tara wanted to continue what she would do with Maxine, and then she bops her on the head and tells her to proceed to get out. And of course, Tara's like, Malcolm's not going to be mine. And Malcolm basically is, we have a scientist who's basically juiced up, and of course we have more stuff here, and then he gets home, and then Maxine have a talk where no more of this. Only her that he wants to sleep with, which from Maxine's perspective that's perfectly fine. It's just that, yeah, it becomes very awkward. Yep. Maxine's more bad guys here. Yep. And then we have the idiot who apparently shows up again here. I think his name is Willard. Who apparently can't put on a frickin' belt because his pants keep dropping. Dude, put on a frickin' belt if you wear pants. Yes. Then Dart shows up, and of course Malcolm takes her on, of course. Oh yeah, and this is where Malcolm finds out Tara's pregnant with his child. And he's like, that's kind of a bad idea because of what happened with his mom and kind of forcing the way out. But she kept the baby anyways. Fine. And then later on, then at this part, and of course they chat for a while. And of course we have Angel reunite with Frank, who was actually supposed to be her boyfriend. Oh yeah, and then Tara basically goes to a gossip rag to brag about the fact there's a sex tape with Malcolm Dragon. Yes, a sex tape. And then Angel basically punches Malcolm because she's pregnant. And it's presumed it's Daredevil's child, but it's actually Malcolm's. Yep. Yeah, apparently it's like, she broke up with Daredevil, quit Special Force Operations to find the apartment. Fisher. But you know, the Wicked Worm. Yeah, the worm, he's evil. Very simple. Yay. And of course, they chat for a while. And so I broke into their apartment. Was they didn't take the TV. He says, okay, good, they take TV. They have all his comic books, all untouched. You know, would be really insulted. They took their laptops. Yeah. So, yeah, apparently on the laptops is where the sex tape is. Yep, that's what Tara was trying to do, leak a sex tape. That's why these issues are bizarre, to say the least. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, so 200 issues of Savage Dragon, and Malcolm has a four-way. That's Eric Larson celebrates 200 issues by having his main character sleep with 3 women, one who happens to be his adoptive sister. Does anyone find that kind of weird? I think it's weird. But we get more out of this. Don't worry about that. And Maxine, she will become pregnant. She will. When? You'll find out and see. Still got one other to go with Savage Dragon. Excuse me. At this point now, because we got 204, there's now exactly 72 issues left to review for Savage Dragon. Yep, 72. How more trades left? Let me find out about that there. Because we got the changes store, we have, let's see. There is the recent trades released. This is volume 35. There's exactly 11 more trades left to go. Yep, 11 more. And that's it. Yep, just 11 more in the main trade series. As a matter of fact, the last trade came out a year ago. Yep, came out August of last year. So I've got about 11 more trades left to go. And then I'll be done with Savage Dragon. Any plan to place it? Not currently, no. But I'll find something for Spawn, King Spawn. Because I think for King Spawn, I think this is the most recent trade released for King Spawn. Let me take a look about that one here. Actually, I think it might be one more. For King Spawn, okay, so there's one more King Spawn trade. Yep, just one more. And that's it. For Gunsparing Spawn, I believe this one is up to date. Yeah, this one's complete. I believe there's no more trades on here for this one. So I got one more King Spawn trade left to go. And then I'll be cut up with King Spawn. Yep. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up is One Piece. Okay, next video. Bye.